success is for you and not a reflection of who they are.
And good afternoon, softball fans. Here in Central Louisiana, it is the softball edition of the Red River Rivalry. Brought to you by 446Sports in this special game. Only other college game that we've done has been LCU and LSUA. And looking forward to a great one this afternoon. My name is Doug Gann, joined by Chuck Perkins. And Chuck, what a beautiful day for softball, huh?
It is absolutely beautiful. Like I said earlier today, we had all that storm come through. Came in, went out, and here we are. Just very few clouds in the sky. Temperature says it's 77, and I believe it. It's every bit of 77 because with this long sleeve black shirt on, it feels like 87, honestly.
Indeed it is. Let's take a look at our Velar and Green starting lineup first. For the visitors in tonight's contest, Haley Fontenot will lead off at shortstop. Bailey Layton will play second base. Maddie Baker will be the catcher. Haley Primrose will be in the circle today for LSUA, and she is a star. Haley Ladner at first base. Kylie Moody will be in right field. Savannah Boyd finds left field. Destiny Jones in center field, and Amber Giddens at third base. That's the way they will bat as well. Marks, Bree Corcoran, Bella Hauk, Jordan Doce, Carly Koch, Hannah Harrison, Brooke Ross, Arilee Bean, Emma Hunt, Haley Vetrano. That's the ones for the LCU Wildcats. And first pitch is in there for a strike, and it is in there at 4:57. So 3 minutes ahead of schedule in the circle for the Wildcats of LCU. That is Brooke Ross. She comes into this and want to establish the Wildcats in this when she comes into it. Fourth in Red River Athletic Conference ERA, and quickly ahead in the count, 0-2.
We're getting that scoreboard up in just a moment, Doug.
That is our Wallace High Associate scoreboard. You'll see it here as we move along, but trying to get something going out of the leadoff spot is Fontenot. She stands in there from the right side and takes that two-strike pitch up high for ball one. Beautiful afternoon at Wildcat Park. The first of two games today, doubleheader today, and then these two teams will do battle on the 16th over across the river in Alexandria is where they'll match things up there. Outer half and strike three. First strikeout of the game for Ross, and exactly what Coach Barry Roberts wanted to see out of that. Again, it is Autism Awareness Day this afternoon out here at Wildcat Park in Autism Awareness Month. Bailey Layton, the second baseman for the Generals, will stand in there ready to go. She looks at that one for strike one, and Ross is doing such a good job of getting ahead in the count. She's done it to both the batters that she's faced, and that is by far the key to get to getting deep into a game, is getting ahead of those batters. That was ground ball to shortstop. It's going to be handled there. Quick throw over to first in time. So good work to come up and play that one. And that is Haley Vetrano. Got that over there. She is the flex this afternoon. Score that one 6-3 if you're scoring at home. And quickly 2 up, 2 down. Bailey Layton on that ground out to shortstop. Again, ahead of all three batters here is Maddie Baker, the Generals catcher. takes that one for strike one. Chuck, you said it was 87 degrees, 97?
It's 77, but it feels like it.
77, yeah. That sun is beaming down. Here's the 0-1 count. Misses outside, evens things up at a ball and a strike. So a strikeout to Fontenot, a ground out 6-3 to Bailey Layton, and Maddie Baker trying to get things going with 2 outs in the top of the first for LSU Alexandria. Here's the Ross pitch. It is in there. So I was wondering what that misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. I was wondering what that popping sound was. I thought perhaps it was a short in the wire, but that's that ball hitting the glove and our microphone in the back.
I believe that is.
Oh, yeah, you definitely know what it is. Ross, that one lifted, Chuck, right out here where we're at. Catch that one, Chuck, at the wall. Short of the wall, and thought that was going over. That is a huge 2-run double by Maddie Baker. And I'm telling you, Chuck, out into the left field fence, chased Emma Hunt all the way against the fence. And I thought you had to look, if you had a glove, you could have reached over and got that one.
I was going in that direction, but my box down here stopped me. Said, nah.
Said you better
far
not.
enough, big boy.
Boy, that was crushed by Maddie Baker. Nearly got out of here. As we said, it banged Emma Hunt off of the left field fence. And that one is smacked up the middle. That's going to be a base hit, an opportunity for a run. They'll get that ball into the cutoff. No play at home. And after 2 straight outs to start things off, Haley Primrose, the pitcher for LSUA, comes up and delivers an RBI single.
First baseman number 44, Haley
following that double and the run scored by Maddie Baker. That'll bring up Haley Ladner in this one now. She swings around, bats from the left side.
That one in there for a ball.
Ball 1 misses there. Again, Ross just fired right through both of those first 2 batters, and then a double and a single given up to Baker and Primrose. And it's 1-0 LSUA in this one. That one swung on and missed. Good fastball there from Ross. Ross gives up the earned run here in the top of the first. Will add to that ERA just a bit. It is, we told you, 4th in the Red River Athletic Conference here. Ladner looking at a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Took something off of that, did Ross, and paints the inside of it for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get out of this as you get a chance, or we get a chance to look at that wind blowing straight in. Chuck, I think that's what kept that ball in the park. The one that Baker hit.
Yes, sir, I do too. You know,
here's the 1-2 from Ross, misses low, and that's going to get Primrose down to second base on a wild pitch. Chuck?
I was just going to say with the, so now it's 2-2, it evens it up. Never mind.
Yes, thank you. No, you're not allowed to do that at the college level.
Oh, I'm not?
Chuck,
It's
no.
not college material?
I don't think so, Chuck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here, top of the first. Already a run across for the Generals in the softball edition of the Red River Rivalry, and we're glad to bring it to you. That one lifted foul, and it's going to be over into that bullpen area. It bounces up against that fence adorned with, and Chuck, that's not that microphone back there. It may be the microphone, but it's not the ball hitting the mitt. We know 2 balls, 2 strike count. We'll do it again. 2 down, top of the first. Ross delivers this one. That's lifted lazily out to shortstop, where it's camped underneath and going to be caught by Vetrano, and she'll have that one. So for the LSUA Generals in the top half of the first, they pick up 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a runner at second base. Due up for LCU, it's Marks, Corcoran, and Haupt when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back Wildcat Park here on this Tuesday afternoon. It is Autism Awareness Day, and the Lady Generals have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Looking around the defense for you for the LSUA Generals. In left field, Savannah Board. In center fielder, Destiny Jones. In right field, Kylie Moody. At third base is Amber Giddens. At shortstop, Haley Fontenot. Second base, Bailey Layton. First base is Haley Ladner. In the battery for LSUA is Maddie Baker, and in the circles, Haley Primrose. And that bunt is laid down before we even got to announce Lexi Marks, and she is in there for a drag bunt base hit. So we'll go through the starting lineup for LCU. Lexi Marks will lead off, play center field. Bree Corcoran, third base. And we understand that she's highlight worthy all season long. Bella Hauk will bat third and play first base. Jordan Doce will catch. Carly Koch will be the designated player. And that one is kind of, I don't know, inside out and down that first baseline nearest the Generals dugout. Batting sixth will be Hannah Harrison. She'll play second. Brooke Ross will be in the circle as we saw her work. She bats seventh. Erilee Bean will bat eighth and play right field. And Emma Hunt will play left field and bat ninth. And Vetrano, we told you, was at shortstop, made a couple plays there in the first. Looking for another bunt again, and that one is popped to the pitcher. Going to be caught there and spun around a quick throw. Oh, nearly had Marks off of second base, as that is just quick work. And I'm telling you, Chuck, that was close.
That was very close. First baseman just like, hey, I know my player's here. I'm going to throw it to them, and they're going to make the play on it. And definitely gave her a shot at it.
Indeed, Bella Hauk will stand in there. H-O-U-C-K if you're scoring at home. She is the first baseman for this Lady Wildcat team. Primrose delivers that one, and it is down into the turf. Misses that one, ball one. But we've seen a lot of LCU, LSUA battles in here. First or second one that we've seen in softball. We did basketball earlier this year, and it was standing room in both games of that one. That one ends up hitting Hauk, and she's going to be down to first. And so we'll give her a hit by pitch in the books. And that will have runners at first and second for the Wildcat catcher, Jordan Doce. D-A-U-T-H-I-E-R, like Goche, but Doce. And look, as we were doing our pregame stuff up there with Noelle, who, thank you, she does such a wonderful job. That one is taken down low, but that's going to send Marks and Hauk down to third and second, respectively.
Yep.
And
interference on third. Yep.
Interference is called. Now that may have been a little bit of Coach Roberts sending her on his own. I think he called his own interference and sent Marks down to home, and the home plate umpire saying, wait a minute, I don't know about that.
Yeah, there was definitely a little push and shove over here. At
any rate, there was no dead ball, and she just strolled on in. I think you got to keep Marks there no matter what. They're sending her back. We're saying, wait a minute. See, that's where I would have a little bit of, I would have a little something to say in that one, because nobody ever called time. Right. She just walked on down home.
Yep.
Basically a stolen base, if you will, exactly. But they don't do it here.
And you sell it well.
Sell it, that's right.
What's the count?
Well, that's a foul ball, so I've got to believe it is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Look at that on the scoreboard over there. Sure is.
How about that? Runners at second and third now for the Cats. Bottom of the first they play. They trail by 1. LSUA pushed across a run early. Top of the first. That one misses outside. But, Chuck, you go back and we'll ask Coach Roberts about that.
Yeah. He didn't throw up any fit with them, you know.
No, but sometimes, because time was never called on there, it's just trotted down home. That one misses inside. 3 balls and a strike. And I like into that to maybe in football when the quarterback goes off and he's screaming at the coach and they snap the ball to somebody else. You just go in there with a little trickeration and get that done. Needless to say, 3 balls, 1 strike to Doce, who stands in there ready to go to work. Primrose delivers this one, and it is in there for strike 2. Chuck, what happens when you throw the bat down?
Oh, you have to pick it back up.
He gonna call it a strike on you.
Absolutely.
Just about believe that. Runs the count full here, bottom of the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down for the Wildcat catcher, Doce.
As these Wildcats should know, pause means everything.
That's a ground ball up the middle, gonna score a run. Opportunity.
A slow dribbler right through.
That was, I mean, that's just one of those. They call that, Chuck, a seeing eye single. That made it just right through there. So you're going to give, in a good at-bat, you're going to give an RBI to Doce and a base hit.
Number 15,
And that will send Carly Koch to the plate here. She is a designated player. And we are tied at 1-1 in this. And we asked these with the great pitchers that you see going here today, would there be a lot of runs? And they said, look, you throw everything out the window when the Wildcats and the Generals. And that's, boy, you know, that was,
wow.
all that was doing was protecting the runner getting down to second base. With that half-hearted swing up there by Koch, she was doing nothing more than trying to create some interference for Baker, who was trying to get the ball down to Layton. And did, but that's got Doce down to second base with a stolen base. That one ground past the shortstop, diving the other way this time, nearing home, trying to get the ball in home, and that's going to cause the ball to get away, and throwing that one allows another run to score. So score an error on the throw that got the runner in, but it is 3-1 as Doce comes around to score. Houck comes around to score. She scored on that after she was hit by the pitch. And then Doce comes all the way around to score. So it is 3-1, and that causes a little meeting out on the hill. But I'm telling you, came up throwing. The throw was off the line, Chuck, and the catcher had to go back around and get it. So it chased Baker around the corner a little bit, but heads up running there by Doce, the catcher. And you know, the catcher's one of the smarter players out there because they're coordinating everything. Yeah. And she kept going, and there was nobody covering home. It was kind of like a pass ball and nobody there.
See, and I thought I saw the catcher come in and her glove out here to the side instead of getting in front of the ball. It was over here to the side. And I thought I saw her head pick up and look to see where the runner was. And that was my thought, was that she took her eyes off the ball. But you're right. I mean, if she would have stepped in front of it, it definitely would have hit that chest protector and stayed there in front.
So Louisiana Christian University Wildcats give up a run in the first. They pick up 3 in the bottom, just 1 out. And that sends Hannah Harrison, the second baseman, who pushes this one down over that right side nearest the, what is that, English Village over there?
Yes, Tudor Hall.
Tudor Hall, one of them.
I was just impressed with the athleticism of the shortstop here for the Lady Generals. Obviously, she must have been in like cheer or dance or something.
Yes, Haley Fontenot, who led off the game with a base hit and scored a run. Or no, actually, she struck out to lead things off. But has dove to the left, dove to the right, and is really extending. Hannah Harrison, the second baseman, will now stand in there. She's got an open stance.
0-2.
Yes. Closes it right beforehand and puts it down the right field line. Boy, that's a good switch. Good at bat for Harrison as she starts out in her, I guess, approach at the plate, in her stance, and has got that front foot opened up just a little bit. Closes it right as Primrose gets ready to go, and then ends up pushing it down the first baseline, foul. A lot of times you'll see them open up like that. They pull the ball.
Yeah.
Primrose set to deliver the 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes is Harrison. And that is the second out of the game.
Now batting number 9,
Brooke Ross, the pitcher who came into this thing with a 1-run deficit, now sits there with a 3-1 lead. Smokes that one over the first baseman's glove. Gonna send around, gonna have a play at the plate by Koch. Slides in safe as the throw is just past the swipe tag from Maddie Baker. And I don't believe
he's gonna check with the
Generals are
outfield.
as excited about that to see if that play was made. This is a big time here because it could go to 4-1 with 2 outs or be the end of the inning. Let's say want to come up and check the video replay. We'll chop that up for him tonight, and having safe is the call, and Baker is beside herself. Yeah, That was and didn't slide, but ran right past the catcher. Baker was what was happening, and trying to get a little explanation on that is the fluorine product, Trent Partridge, who is out there, head softball coach for LSUA, and you can't argue a lot about it when it's, you know, this is what I saw, and the field up didn't see anything different.
Right.
So that is a RBI base hit for Ross. Ross helping her cause just a little bit.
1-0.
Arely Bean stands in there now, represents the 8th player to hit for the Wildcats in this inning. Big game for both of these, as that was in there for 1 ball and 1 strike, just ahead of the Red River Athletic Conference. That will be back here. Both these teams should be represented in the conference. Matter of fact, these Generals of LSUA, Chuck, are receiving votes in the top 25 poll.
Wow.
That one fouled back. Now, of course, they're all chasing Our Lady of the Lake, the Saints out of San Antonio, ranked #1 in the country, also in this Red River Athletic Conference, and just demolishing most everybody in their path.
Well, if you're going to do it, right?
That's correct. Bean stands in there, 1 ball and 2 strikes, looking to keep this Wildcat first inning alive. And that one is lifted out to center field. Tracking it down is Jones, and she'll have it for the 3rd out, but not before LCU picks up 4 hits, 4 runs. They leave 1 on base. Bean is the 3rd out. Due up for LSUA in the top of the 2nd. It is Kylie Moody, Savannah Boyd, and Destiny Jones when we come back.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau.
We're back to Wildcat Park, Autism Awareness Day here, top of the 2nd. LCU with 4 runs in the bottom of the 1st. They lead this one 4-1. Kylie Moody, the right fielder, number 60. Chuck, and I'll ask, I'll go ahead and I'll bite on this. That popping sound that you told me you weren't going to tell me until we got on the air, as that one is in there for strike 1. Go ahead.
Well, that's one of those things. What's my name again? Chuck?
Chuck,
right.
It is.
So that's one of those woodchucks. It's just chewing away back there. Because of those metal poles, he's just chewing away.
That one grounded past the diving 3rd baseman there, and Moody is going to reach that one just by Bree Corkin, but I don't know that she'd have been able to come up throwing on that anyway. Moody with a base hit. So now I'll go back. But the pole's metal.
Yes. Tough teeth.
Oh, you can't be fun at the old ballpark. I am Doug Gann. That is Chuck Perkins. We're delighted to be out here with you on this sunny Tuesday afternoon. That one is lifted over to the 2nd baseman. She's got it, unable to get anything. Well, Chuck, that's what I tell you. And that's an infield single for Savannah Boyd. This game is played at such a high speed. I mean, you've almost got to catch the ball, or it's got to be on a shot to get to you.
Yep.
Or there's not going to be a play made. Destiny Jones, the center fielder, who we saw retire the final out in the outfield for LSUA just a moment ago. Tough teeth, he says, folks.
Tough teeth.
Destiny Jones stands in there, runners at 1st and 2nd. That one dips down bottom part of the strike zone for strike 1 and 0-1 now. The count to Jones. Fontenot and Layton due up next. Moody at 2nd base, Boyd at 1st. That one misses outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike to LSUA's center fielder.
Trying to find a good spot for my controls here so it's not the
Well,
sun.
I thought you meant for your jokes. It's like, we'll throw them in the expressway out there.
Oh.
Here's the 2-1 offering. That one misses outside, 3 balls and a strike to Jones. And, boy, the last thing you want to do if you're Ross is walk the number 9 hitter to get back to the top of the lineup. She is a pitch away from
doing just that.
Yeah, they've got 2-1 on the board here, so we'll believe that. That is in there for a strike. And if I go off of the scoreboard, it's 2-2. What do you have, Chuck?
I went
Or were you
3-2
listening
because
to
I
me?
was going about yours.
Well, therein lies your problem. Here's the Ross delivery. Took something off of that, and that is a strikeout looking to Destiny Jones, and that's exactly what you wanted to do if you're Ross. Now you're back to the top of the order, and Fontenot, who struck out but saw some good pitches in there. Haley Fontenot, we saw her very, very athletic. Actually, correction, this is Amber Giddens is who this is. She is the third baseman. Giddens stands in there from the right side. Another one of those with that open stance. Boy, you see a lot of variations of hitters that are out here. They open up or they drag bunt. That one is smoked over to third. Going to step on it there, firing across the diamond in time for 2. Goodness gracious, what a big time play over there at third base. And we heard that about Bree Corkin. If there was a play to be made, Bree Corkin was going to make that play, and she does just that. Amber Giddens hits into a 5-3 double play. You will get, Amber Giddens will be out 5-3. Boyd is retired 5 unassisted for the second out. So 1 left on base for the Generals. No score there. 2 base hits due up for the Wildcats. Hunt, Marks, and Corkin when we come back.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Emma Hunt will stand in there. She bats from the left side, her first plate appearance. LCU with a big double play to get out of that. And I know Coach Roberts will be excited about that in the play of Bree Corkin. This will bring up Emma Hunt. She is the Wildcat left fielder looking to drag this one as she runs up and through the box. And the ball goes through the box the other direction. Score that a wild pitch, ball 1. Tough teeth. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the delivery running through that one again, and it is ball 2. The victim of just a couple of dinks and dunks there, gave up 4 runs, did Primrose for the Generals. Emma Hunt trying to get things leaded off. She runs right through that one. No intention of swinging the bat at all. 2 balls and a strike to the inning leadoff hitter. She represents the 9th batter in this, and so nearly hitting around in that first inning were the Wildcats. Runs through that into a strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful afternoon. Clouds starting to filter in as you have picturesque view of Wildcat Stadium in the background. That one misses outside. Home of Coach Ben McLaughlin and his LCU Wildcats.
Yeah.
That's right.
The new home.
New home. Excited to cover LCU football
Or new
this
role.
fall.
Yeah.
Yes. Returning home like the prodigal
Yes.
son. Only he didn't leave under bad terms. So what do? Ball 4. Did not swing the bat 1 time, did Emma, and she finds herself down at first base. And that'll bring Lexi Marks back to the lineup. She had a drag bunt base hit and scored a run back in that 4-run first inning for LCU. And again, we told you, LSUA receiving votes. Both of these teams should finish in the Red River Athletic Conference Tournament, and we expect both to get regional invites. They have just both had great years, and there's one of those swing throughs as, again, those big, long looping swings simply made to give Emma Hunt the opportunity to get down to second base, and she does that with a stolen base.
It's nice that they can, at this level, they can waste a strike. This is pretty neat.
Well, expect that's the biggest swing that you'll see from Marks this afternoon, as she is up in that prototypical softball leadoff hitter. Drags this one down again and tries to, but hit it straight back, and nearly having a shot at it was Baker. Boy, Baker had that big double. The ball that almost got out of here, hit the base of their, I guess, hit up in the middle of the signs on the wall. Thought it had a shot at getting out of here, but nothing into the count to Lexi Marks. Out at second base is Emma Hunt. Primrose rocks back and delivers this one, and Marks takes it up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody down here in the bottom of the second. You see the Wallace I Associates scoreboard. The Cats lead this one 4-1. Doubleheader here on Autism Awareness Day. 1 ball, 2 strike offering for Primrose. That one is down low, and thinking about taking off was Hunt, and she doesn't do it.
Stayed in front of the, kept the ball in front of her.
That's the difference, and that's a good read out of Hunt, because if there was any bit of bobble from Baker at all, should have been off and going to third base.
Agreed.
2 balls, 2 strike delivery from Primrose. That one fouled back, just fighting off to see another pitch is Marks.
Nice little breeze blowing in here. Come on, breeze, blow.
Say that again. We are here, if you're not familiar with where LCU is located, it's along the expressway in Pineville, just shy of the bridge into Alexandria.
Almost can touch it from here.
Almost. 2-2 offering once again. That one misses down low and spun around as Baker, and that's going to get Hunt down to third base with her second stolen base here in this one, and now just 60 feet away. Full count offering to Marks. Again, we are on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. That one poked foul and over near the Wildcats dugout. They are a spirited bunch in that dugout, to say the least. You could see the difference in numbers, too. You've got a lot of players in that dugout, and I know they're in there batting. Not many reserves, but we'll count the number of reserves on the other side of it. So just not a lot of members of this Generals program, but the ones they've got are solid.
You said they're in their batty?
I'm sorry, what?
You said that they're in there and they're
batting.
Oh, batting. Oh, I thought you were saying they were batting.
Primrose rocks back and delivers this one, and it misses down low. So after being 0-2, Marks comes all the way back, and she reaches for her second time with a base on balls, and that'll bring Bree Corcoran. Bree Corcoran, you remember, had that bunt back in the first that advanced Marks around.
Yeah, sure did. Sure did.
Still nobody out here, bottom of the second. LCU trying to get another big inning out of here. Primrose trying to get settled down. I'm telling you, Chuck, again, we've done and been around a lot of these LCU-LSUA games, and they're just a lot of fun to do. Primrose rocks back and fires this one, and it misses low and off and heading into second base. But the throw was down, but it was cut off there by the second baseman, Amber Giddens. There never really was an attempt to go after Marks. It was more to see if they could catch Hunt off of third somehow, but Coach Roberts not allowing that to happen. And now you have runners at second and third.
Good discipline.
It is indeed. You can't get fooled by that one, but great job by the catcher, Baker, I mean, she came out throwing full speed, so if you're going to think there's an opportunity to be off and going, that would be it.
Visit from the coach coming out for LSUA Generals, Lady Generals.
Yeah, Coach Partridge, Coach Hagan calling things for LSUA.
you know, you have the Lady Generals, and their mascot is the dog, right?
That's right, Tank.
Tank. Okay, I was fixing to ask you if you knew his name. So
I do.
awesome.
Thank you. Did he say thank you? Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. But you said, I heard you say thank you.
2 balls, no strikes here to Corcoran. Base hit would score a couple more. That one's lifted down the right field line, giving chase to it. But that's into that bullpen area for the visitors. And it bounces around in that short parking area for LCU here. Boy, Primrose needs to get out of this one. You can't let this LCU team really get any further ahead. Again, we're slated for 2 games, 2 7-inning ball games today. That one inside out and foul over into that right side. Had an opportunity, did that fan to make a play on it, and he alligator armed that one, pulled up on it. Come on now. You catch that one, and folks are talking about you on Sports Center, or at least we are.
Yeah, we would be.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Corcoran. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Nifty double play, though, that she started back in the game that got LCU out of that first inning. Again, after being ahead in the count, Primrose has fallen behind in this one and filled the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one is ground over to shortstop, coming home, and that play is going to be made easily at home. And that's, Chuck, we talked about Haley Fontenot, the shortstop. It dived left, dove right, dove left. This time it was right to her. Had the wherewithal to come up and nail Emma Hunt at home there.
And she was making sure there was absolutely no question about the contact there.
Correct. If you are scoring at home, you're going to score that a fielder's choice, as Corcoran is on as a result of Hunt being out at home. She's the first out. So good play in your book. Mark that 6-2 on the putout. Good work again. Very impressed by the play of shortstop Haley Fontenot. That'll bring Bella Houck to the plate. She was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first. That's the play you need if you're Primrose. Boy, is that not the one you had an opportunity. If she walks her, bases loaded with nobody out, instead runners at first and second and got the run going home. Activity in the LSUA bullpen. Not sure who that is. We'll try to take a look at it here in just a moment. That one in there for the strike. Looks like Taylor Spencer, the senior out of Parkview Baptist School. We heard about her, that she's just as solid as they come. You thought that Primrose, they might have wanted to get her a little bit further in this game. That one lifted back foul into that net that protects the crowd.
This is a weird spot that I'm in. It's kind of weird just barely being able to see over the fence.
I understand. I feel that. I understand it.
I've never felt like this before.
Get you a box, Wilson.
Or just stick my nose over it.
Right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Cats looking for another big inning. Primrose wanting to have none of it. That one is fouled back and off the base of that pad that protects the bricks around the base of the wall here on the backstop. All of that, and they'll redo the 2-2 count. So if you're looking where we are, Stein Lumber is right across the expressway from where we are. To our left would be Main Street and Police Department, the old Pineville Museum.
Yeah.
That one over to second base. It's caught there, diving back into first. So no double play, but good work there by Bailey Layton to get that one moving to her left. And quickly, boy, what a difference that play at home was. Now you've got runners at first and second with 2 out and an opportunity to wriggle out of this one. That'll bring up Jordan Doche. She has an RBI base hit and scored a run, so she's counted for 2 of these 4 runs, has Doche. Good off-speed stuff by Primrose, but it's taken for ball 1. Very interesting inning that started out. It got first out was on that play that scored 6-3, 6-2 at home. That one lifted back, foul, and out of play. stayed in play, hit off of that screen and stayed back down. That's why if you're just watching and didn't see it hit the net, that is the out.
Yeah, I guess technically it went out of play, but it stayed in the field.
Once it hit that net, it did. Primrose rocks back and delivers a 1-1. It is taken up high, 2 balls and a strike. 2 down here, bottom of the second, we play. You see the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, and it tells you Cats on top 4-1 over the Generals. 2 balls, 1 strike. Offering coming back from Primrose now, who rocks and fires out of the circle. That one is lifted high. It's going to stay in play. Primrose calling everybody off, and she's going to get it herself. Tremendous job of wriggling out of that one. So a couple of base hits, a couple of runners stranded, but no runs come across for the Cats after 2 complete. LCU leads it 4-1 over the visiting Generals of LSUA. We'll be right back.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Back to Wildcat Park here. We move to the top of the third. LCU has the 4-1 lead.
For the Generals in the top of the third is the shortstop, number 17, Haley Fontenot.
Haley Fontenot started things off with that play, coming home with it. She and Layton, who bat first and second here, had a couple of the outs in that one. We'll see if Fontenot, who was a strikeout victim back in the first, can turn things around. It was a double play that ended things in the second. That was started by Corcoran. But Haley Fontenot, shortstop, who's been just as athletic as we've seen anybody on the field today, takes that one. It evens the count up at a ball and a strike. These 2 teams will head across the river on April the 16th. That one ground back to the left. Glove save there, thrown out from her knees. Good work on the hill for LCU.
That'll bring the second baseman up, number 6.
Yeah, that's just tremendous work by Brooke Ross, who the ball's hit to her left. She was falling naturally to the right, fields that, and then makes the throw out a la Christina Lambert from her knees there.
There you go.
Don't forget, we'll find our Southern Air Cool play of the game before this good off-speed pitch is thrown in there by Layton. So Haley thought she had a base hit. Instead, she's going to be out 1-3, and that'll bring Bailey Layton. Also had a good play back in the second. We play top of the third here.
And talking about softball in high school, you know, next week ends their regular season.
Yes.
And then playoffs will be firing up after that.
Playoffs.
2
balls and a strike. Yeah, and we've got playoff softball that we'll cover. Also, we're gearing up for that big coverage of the Red River Athletic Conference tournament that is here at Wildcat Park. That one's lifted. It's up into the arms of the left fielder here for LCU. Ball just didn't travel, but Emma Hunt comes up and gets that one. Emma had reached base there, had a couple of stolen bases, and was the start of the outs there in that second inning. Maddie Baker stands in there. She had a double, Chuck, that came right over here by your face back in the first inning. She scored the game's only run. And look at her throwing away. That was the old Elvis pitch, Chuck.
What? I was looking down.
Look away.
Look away.
Look away. Okay. Anyway, well, if we didn't lose all our viewers up until that moment, we probably did that. Well, I just saw the mute button go on everyone.
Let me help a little bit, maybe keeping them here.
Okay.
Elvis was actually one of my mom's favorite singers. That she adored him.
There you go.
And so, yeah.
Then there you have it. Everyone unmuted.
Yeah, hopefully they heard that.
Well, they got the captions got it. If not, so.
That's true.
2 balls and no strikes here. That one is ground over to third base. Corcoran's got it over to first in time, and Corcoran is showing why she is playing the hot corner and just solid at it. No runs, no hits, no errors for LSUA in the top of the third. We'll be back. Bottom of the third. LCU leads this one 4-1. You're watching Red River Athletic Conference softball on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Back to the bottom of the third we go. LCU with a 4-1 lead. Boy, Chuck, you looked at that first inning and said, man, we're gonna put up some runs in this, and both of those pitchers have settled down. Yeah. We'll see what Carly Koch is able to do, but turned into a little bit of a duel the last couple innings.
It did. Little defensive duel or pitcher's duel.
We'll see what Koch is able to do here. Primrose settled down, and she is working her third inning of work. That one fouled straight back. One ball, one strike opportunity for Koch. Primrose rocks back, delivers this one, and check swing. Nope, they're going to say she went around, and I think that's the right. Thought he was going to say he was going to check down with first base, but no need to, as Blue behind the dish made that one. We're settling into this one. It is Red River Athletic Conference softball on a sunny Tuesday afternoon here at Wildcat Park. Dug in alongside of my man Chuck Perkins as that one misses up high. So they told me, Chuck, that I had to slow down when I talked about a pitch that missed up high.
Up high?
Because I kept saying that it misses up high.
3.14.
And they said, look, it's up high. And I said, well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That one misses bottom of the strike zone down low. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
It'd be like trying to get Arnold Schwarzenegger out here to call some stuff, right?
Right. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 4-1. Wildcats lead this one. But it has been goose egg since that first inning. That one lifted foul. We'll repeat the full count offering. We look out at the American flag here in center field, and there's also that white flag with a blue W, and that's the Wildcat flag out there. But you can't help but think that looks a lot like that flag that the Cubs fly when they talk about flying the W for the win. So for all my Cubs fans out there, which I'm not, that is not a Cubs victory white flag with the blue W on it. That is for the Wildcats here. I say that, it's baseball season. The Yankees swept the Astros this past weekend, so all is right with the world.
What? Look at all the uses of brooms.
They're with the rest of the mute buttons hitting me. For any Yankees comment, I get in trouble down here. That one smoked, third base diving, going to be fouled. just outside the diving outstretched hands of Amber Giddens. But where she made contact with us, it was going to be going to be foul. So no need to even worry about that one. And we'll redo the 3-2 offering. Very, very good at bat here for Koch. Koch, the designated player in this one. Those of you that are joining us for the first time in softball, akin that to the designated hitter.
Ah, okay.
Someone that just hits. Oh, good off-speed taken there. Good pitch from Primrose, but an even better look from Koch to watch that one down low for ball 4. She had an RBI single back in the first, and she leads off with a base on balls, and that'll bring up Hannah Harrison, who was a strikeout victim back in the to lead things off in the second inning.
Yeah, could have easily been a chaser on that one. Where that ball was at.
Coach.
At first base is number 22, Haley Vedrano.
Haley Vetrano will check in and run at second base. Haley's the flex player, so she moves over there to run.
Number 28, Hannah Harrison.
Hannah Harrison, we told you, strikeout victim in her first at bat. That was back in the first inning. Correction, when LCU batted 8 players in that first. So this is her second at bat. First was a strikeout. She'll be looking to bunt. Pops that one, but it kind of, I don't know, get a little Q-stick English on that as it twisted back between the shin guards of the catcher Baker and twisted back to the wall with a foul ball.
Might have to check that ball to see if there's a little blue dot on it from the tip chalk.
That's right. 0-1 the count here. Primrose checks the runner over at first. Now rocks back and delivers this one again, squaring the bunt, and that bunt is solidly down. Only play it first.
Uh-oh.
Vetrano,
wow,
boy, slipped coming around there, and I guess that turf's still a little moist from that rain that came through earlier today. But a good job by Harrison with the sacrifice to advance Koch over to second. And Brooke Ross, the pitcher, she's got an RBI on the afternoon. She knocked one in.
Could be trying to get her over here in scoring position there.
Yep, that way you got to think a base hit. The other gap, I don't know, a hard hit ball won't really score. That's one thing that you learn. A base hit in the outfield in baseball, there's a good chance your runner's going to score from second, but not here. That one ground foul over there to third base. Spun around. Sunny, partly cloudy afternoon. Little bit of a breeze starting to make its way in. Again, don't forget, we're playing 2 today.
Yes.
Let's play 2.
Play 2.
2 7-inning games here as things would allow. That one misses up high. 2 balls and a strike.
Up high,
one ball. Yeah, up high I did. Out of the zone. Up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here you see that on your Wallace High Associates scoreboard. You also see the Cats up 4-1. Primrose trying to keep it right there.
Catch up?
That one misses just away. 2 balls and a strike. 1 down.
No? Okay. Well, you know, the ball is round, so I can understand up high being, you know, because pi is used in measuring circumference.
There you have it. See? So I'm teaching calculus and such while I'm at this.
Yeah.
Geometry.
Geometry.
That's
Stick with
it.
that one. There you go.
I
Walk
took
before you
calculus.
run.
I took calculus. I can
Took
teach
it
that
out.
too.
Took it out of
3
somebody
balls,
else's bag.
1 strike. Primrose delivers this one. Swung on and lifted foul easily down that first base line between the first base dugout and the bullpen area for the visitors. And that fills things up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, that play from shortstop back in the second that got Hunt at home seems like it settled Primrose down a lot. She rocks back, delivers this one. Just as we say that, I can announcer jinx the heck out of anybody. That is up and out of the zone to Ross, and that'll put runners at first and second with Airly Bean.
Airly Bean. So, you know, Coach Bailey over at Ash.
I do,
Coach
yes.
Bailey, His wife,
Mrs. Bailey.
Mrs. Bailey.
There you go.
They have a little girl, and her nickname is Bean.
Okay.
So it's just every time you said that, that's what I've been thinking of.
There you go.
Lauren, that's her first name, is Mrs. Bailey.
Now running at first base is number 20, Stella Shaw.
Stella Shaw, her first appearance into this afternoon's contest. She is going to be over there running for the pitcher, Brooke Ross. Airily, correction, no, that's it's a pinch hitter there. That is Addison Greek that is in there. G-R-E-A-K is what I have. Ground ball up the middle. Play is going to be over to third, and it's in time. So the pinch hitter, Addison, grounds up the middle to Primrose, and she makes the play, and that is going to be Koch that is out at third base. Ross moves up, or actually that is Shaw that is in running for Ross. Moves up, but that is the second out of the inning, and that will bring perhaps another pinch hitter. We'll see. Now it's going to be a runner that's over there because
Back running at first base is number 10, Airily Bean. In the box for
so
the
Bean
Wildcats,
comes
number
back
17,
into the game.
Hunt.
She was there on that fielder's choice that is there to Addison. Addison on, and that'll put Bean back in and running. That one slapped foul down the third base line. Very fast strike down the third base line, and it's 0-1. Primrose again has had a lot of base runners for the Generals, has been able to wriggle out of it in the second innings, trying to again in the third. It got caught in the first with 4 runs came across. Rocks back and fires this one. Boy, that's a good looking pitch too. Looked like it was at the top of the letters there, but not called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Appreciate those of you that are joining us today, normally watching it on Game Changer. You've got it here today, and unfortunately some of them may want to go back to Game Changer after this, Chuck. I don't know.
The commentary, you gotta love it or hate it.
Luckily, that's why I don't watch this. Snap throw back into second, not in time, but good work down there behind the dish by Maddie Baker. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hunt. Hunt, a couple of stolen bases back in the second inning. Slaps at that one.
Got a piece of it, fouled it back.
She did. Emma, the left fielder for LCU.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed in this collegiate level is those catchers are not afraid to make a throwdown attempt at second, not because somebody's stealing, but just because they're slow getting back to the bag.
Right. Spinning the ball around. Watch for something off speed here. Yeah, she does that too. Throw over to first in time, and that will retire the side. So Primrose does a good job of getting out of that one. That is Hunt that is retired to end things in the third. After 3 complete, LCU Lady Wildcats 4, LSUA 1. You're watching Red River Athletic Conference softball right here on 446 Sports.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Leading off is the pitcher, number 7, Haley Primrose.
Primrose will lead things off for LSUA in the top of the 4th. She has settled down since that first inning. and pitched a dandy one. It started with that play from shortstop that Fontenot made at home, and that's got things settled down, but the bats against Ross have not been there. It was Baker and Primrose that accounted for the run. Baker put one off of the fence here, and then Primrose was able to knock her in. Primrose going to have to do it on her own this time. Swung through that one and missed. So just, you know, Chuck, we had talked about a pitcher's duel when things started out here. That first inning kind of set me off a little bit. Really? These pitchers are settling in and doing what we expected.
Yeah, almost like the batters had them measured up, but they found a groove to get into, and it's been hard for the batters to catch up with them.
Smoked over there, foul off of that brick facade of the Wildcats dugout, and over here and pulling that one in left field and getting it back in is Emma Hunt. Top of the fourth we play. Cats with a 4-1 lead in this one, and Primrose swings under that one. Ball drops, but it'll be down to first on a good throw from the dish to Doce. Gets over to first base with that one to Hauk to side to side. So you'll score that a drop third strike, and the out officially 2-3. And that will bring Haley Ladner Haley Ladner, the first baseman for LSUA, takes that one in there for ball one. Goodness.
They look pretty from here.
You notice the difference, too. That strike zone is what the strike zone is here in the college level of it.
That's right.
You're not going to get a lot of that. You see in high school that we do a lot of. Some umpires will get there and they'll call the river. That's a into the gap. Beautiful. Ain't no gap out there when Emma Hunt is in the house.
She hunted that one down.
Indeed, she did. I'll let you get away with that one, Chuck. That's good. That's a good job of going to her left and covering the ground out there. Emma Hunt with a beautiful play.
Yeah, and she was running too.
Quickly, 2 up, 2 down. Kylie Moody stands in there. Emma Hunt also on the long ponytail side of it too.
Ah, yes.
Looking around there, and you see a lot of the ponytails or hair up of these ladies. And when you're in left field, right in front of us, I mean, that's where you have it. You look around at all of these. I'd never able to do that. My hair gets past the level where it's at right now, and it starts looking like a chia pet. So you know the one I'm talking about. When it starts going, it's exactly what it looks like.
Yes. Chia.
That's it. 2 balls, no strikes to Moody. That one ground over to shortstop, backing up on a little bit, but throwing across the diamond and in time for the out. That's Vetrano making quick work over there. 3 up, 3 down for the Generals in the top of the fourth. We move to the bottom of the fourth. It is LCU 4, LSUA 1 when we come back.
Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Back to Wildcat Park we go. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. 446 Sports presentation of Red River Athletic Conference softball. This is the Red River Rivalry. It is LCU, it is LSUA, and it is a pleasure to be here with you on this sunny Tuesday afternoon. Goodness, Autism Awareness Day.
Leading up for the Wildcats in the bottom of the board, the not so little Lexi Marks.
They call her the Boy, did she go. Let me see. That's a.
Not so little Lexi.
Yeah,
Marks.
not so little Lexi Marks. She has a drag bunt for a base hit and has walked once in this one. Pushes that one out into that fence that is just shy of that Lady Wildcat dugout. They have not stopped clapping and cheering Chuck this entire time.
You gotta love it.
You do. 0-1 the count to Lexi Marks. Takes that one. Looked like she was trying to drag that one again. But I'm telling you, third baseman is so far in. Amber Giddens comes up and plays that one. Correct, that's another third baseman that is in there. It's number 22 for LSUA, and we'll get a look at who that is. That one ripped foul over there by Coach Roberts. You get a good look at him. So that is Giddens, but she is wearing 22 in the black road jersey, is what it is. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Marks, and she pushes that one over into the bullpen area of LCU.
Battling out at 1 and 2.
I'll take that. 4-1 we play, bottom of the 4th. LCU batting. Leadoff hitter Marks stands in there. She's reached a couple of times, a drag bunt for a base hit, came around and scored a run and walked. And this time it is over into right field, making a bead on it and getting that catch is Savannah Boyd. Boyd had that played almost perfectly. You couldn't get in much further than Boyd did without being in the cut of the infield grass. But a great job. Great job by left fielder Savannah Boyd to go up in that one.
That's too loud for you, Doug?
I think that's fine.
All right.
Bree Corkin, been solid as she can be at third base, and we were told that by Noel prior to this. I said, look, if anybody's going to make an ESPN-type play, it's going to be Bree Corkin. She's made a couple of those. She started that double play, if you'll remember, that got Primrose, that got Ross out of things early.
She did, yep.
Primrose rocks back and fires this one, misses out of the zone, 1 ball and a strike.
Ones across the board there.
Oh, it's just a great setting to sit out here and watch, see the pine trees. LCU has a new acting president, Dr. Jeffries, who is there. And
interim?
I do know him.
Is it interim or acting?
He's acting is what he is, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's
whichever
interim.
one comes first, he was that one, and then they moved him.
He was interim, and they moved him to acting president. Somewhere we've got to believe.
Teeth.
You never know, Dr. Krell might be around in this one for LSUA. See him at most every sporting event for LSUA. Such great leadership in Central Louisiana with their educational systems. That includes Dr. Jimmy Sawtelle over at CLTCC as well.
Yeah.
Primrose box back and fires a 1-2, and that swung on and missed. Baker going to have to make a throw down to first and does in time. Round the horn it goes, quickly 2 up and 2 down for LSUA defensively.
Good recovery there by the Lady Generals.
Bella Hauk stands in there ready to go. She's been hit by a pitch and scored a run. Hauk, H-O-U-C-K, the first baseman for LCU. Smashed over to third, but it's gloved. Over to first in time. Great work by Giddens. She made a couple of big plays here in this one, and that retires the side for LCU. After 4 complete, score remains 4-1. You're watching Red River Athletic Conference Red River Rivalry right here on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
At At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
And we are back live, Wildcat Park, Autism Awareness Day, and we own the rights to none of that music that is playing. That is simply ballpark festivity going on. LCU leads this one in the top of the fifth. That is Savannah Boyd. We saw her make 2 good plays there in this inning.
I think it should be an unwritten rule or definitely an understanding that when you come to 446 Sports, you're not coming here to hear the music.
No, that should be an understanding. That's right. This isn't a music channel. We're not doing that by any means, but sure enough, you can't do that. Well, we're not doing it. That one ground. Shortstop's got to back up on it. Going to have to make a good throw, but I don't think going to get there. Yeah.
Not.
Great piece of running there by Savannah Boyd, who legs out that infield single. Well, Chuck, when you saw Vetrano have to back up on that one, you knew it was over with. We talked about that earlier in the game. You have to charge everything.
Yeah, if it's not bam, bam, probably somebody's going to be on.
Indeed, Destiny Jones will stand in there. She is the center fielder for LSUA. Squares around the bump, but off and going is Savannah. She's going to head first slide in there safely. Savannah Boyd, her second base hit.
They don't call that a strike. I thought she pulled back in time.
0-1 the count to Jones. LSUA going to try to scratch and do what they can here. They're getting into the later innings of this one, again scheduled for 7. And so there's about a 30-minute delay between the 2 games, Chuck. And what do the folks have to do if they want to watch game 2? Just stay on this station?
Well, if you do, you're going to get to watch something else that is on YouTube or Facebook. It'll bring you somewhere else because we'll end this one after this game's up. Because we don't want you to have to sit there and wait. Or if you're trying to watch a play between different games, you don't want to watch 4 hours worth of footage. So you don't have to scroll through it. But end that broadcast. We're going to end it, so just back out of it. Stay where you're at. Hopefully you've already subscribed to our channel or commented or joined our Facebook group, and it'll pop right back up then.
Indeed, it will. Or you can go to 446sports.com and look for Stream Station. Click on that, and it'll take you right to where you need to be. And all of the graphics will be there. You just click one, and you can watch it right from there. That one over to first base now. Will get thrown. Oh, diving back in. Looked like she fell a little bit, but a great play to continue to make that by Bella Hauk. Had to dive through, and I don't think Bella meant to do that, but dives and gets the out on Destiny Jones.
Effective nonetheless.
Amber Giddens, again, number 22. She's 5 at home, 22 on the road, we believe.
LSUA coach checking with her over there, talking.
And that's good stuff. You get these guys, these schools, yes, they are rivals. Yes, they are crosstown rivals. But the familiarity and love, I mean, it's just 2 good programs. 0-1 the count to Giddens. Giddens smokes that one out to left field, but has a bead on it, and making that one is Emma Hunt. Left fielders playing very solid.
If we see Hunt there on your screen.
Yeah, Emma.
There's that ponytail you were talking about.
Emma did a good job of going out and getting that one, but tagging up and getting down to score was Savannah Boyd. So cuts the lead in half. It is 4-2. So give an RBI sac fly to Amber Giddens. She had hit into a double play early and back to the top of the general order, and it's Haley Fontenot. Haley 0 for 2 on the day.
Not to be confused with the specific order.
That's correct. That one misses down low from Ross. 2 balls and no strikes. To the leadoff hitter, you don't want to walk the leadoff hitter after you make quick work of 8 and 9.
Right.
Fontenot struck out in the first and ground back to the pitcher. In her next at bat, 0-2 on the day. There's that open stance. Closes it just a bit, and that one's in there for a strike. I don't know that she's going to be able to get around on that fastball of Ross. If she's got to step back in and she lifts that front foot, trying to get her timing in there. But Ross is bringing that ball in there pretty quickly.
That's a lot of mechanics, like you said, from 60 feet out.
Swung through that one, nothing, or 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well above the ball too on that swing.
And if she is, you got to swing over to left. Or to right field and play her to not get around on that ball.
Well, coach is coaching a little swing.
Yep, wanting to talk just a little bit. But again, let me explain this to you. She's playing college ball and I'm not. So there you go. Whatever. And she's hitting leadoff. So again, she's doing something right in here. A lot of things right.
Yep.
But I just...
Deuce is wild on the board.
That fastball of Ross is getting in on her. I don't think if you're Ross, you do anything except that. Don't piddle around with a changeup or anything. Just go right at her fastball. You've got to adjust to it and be ready to go. Swung on and missed, and she does pull the string on that one. Changes speeds on it, gets a strikeout. That's the 2nd strikeout of the day on Fontenot, and that retires the side. But the Generals pick up a run, cut the lead in half. After 4.5, it's 4-2. LCU coming up right after this.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime.
Despacito plays in here in stadium, and again, we own no rights to any of that. And you know what Despacito is in English? It's Despacito. That's the only part of it I know. I know it means something else in Spanish, but in English,
ice cream?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ice cream would be good right now.
Indeed it would. Back to things in the bottom of the 5th. We go 4-2. Lady Cats lead this one. Looking to add more here, bottom 5. That one lifted to left field, giving chase on it, and foul. Not going to be able to get there is Hunt, but she gave it, correction, I'm sorry. That is Boyd as we flipped the script over. Boyd was the one that reached base, got around to 2nd and 3rd, and scored on that sac fly. So good bit of hustle from Savannah Boyd. Primrose rocks back, delivers this one. Swinging through that one.
Tipped it a little bit. Heard that on the Chuckles mic.
Yes, you did. Carly Koch, I believe, stands in there. Didn't hear the announcement, and certainly can't see that far, so I believe that's 15.
You don't remember the walk-up songs for him?
I don't. I barely remember walking up here.
Which time?
So glad that you were able to join us here. Hit that subscribe button. We jumped over 2,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, so we're grateful for that. Close to 2,300 now, and that one is over to first base. Going to be handled there easily by Haley Ladner. And that was 16 that batted. That was Jordan Doce.
Now batting
and that'll bring
number 15,
Carly Koch up. So Jordan Doce.
There's Coach coming up.
Yep, there's Carly Koch. RBI base hit, base on balls. Yeah, that's good. One of the better walk-ups. So that's just that siren.
I love it. Not all the words and whatnot.
And if you got a song like that, you got to be able to hit bombs. You know, you got to hit bombs if you're going to walk up with that bomb siren.
You're right.
That one in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. If she does it, Chuck, if she turns one around,
I was trying not to say anything.
I'm gonna leave the truck.
You gonna mic drop?
I'm gonna leave Chuck in the
mic
truck.
Drop that one.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that one.
Go
get mine.
Go get yours.
Off speed pitch there. You heard that one miss out of the zone at 2 balls and a strike.
Won't be the first time Chuck's been left in the truck.
I'll go back and get my own headset and come back and drop that one.
I'll put a camera on you.
Right.
Ow.
That one hits right in the knee. And boy, did you hear that hit?
I did.
Koch reaches base. She had walked the last time, so she's 1-1 on the day.
Wear that more than what she'll bring up.
Has reached base all 3 times. We got a pinch hitter, it looks like, coming up. So we'll listen in to Noelle to tell us who it is.
Schonhoff is her name. Noelle Schonhoff.
Now batting for the Wildcats is number 13, Libby Coker.
Libby Coker announced here. You heard that from Schonhoff. She did a couple of games with you softball, didn't she, Chuck?
Yes, in the ASL championship, and more recently the Tioga High School. She called a game back there with me. Great senior and grad assistant out here.
Off-speed pitch from Coker taken as strike 1. 1 down here. Cat's trying to get that run back. Primrose trying to keep it right where it is. Rocks back and delivers this one. Good fastball, finds the strike zone and quickly 0-2 to Coker. Chuck, I don't believe you could tailor-make a better day for softball than this. Light breeze blowing in. We've seen a lot of it. Partly cloudy skies covering that sun up just a little bit.
Just enough so far.
Pine trees along the campus here in Pineville.
Almost blocking the sun that is peeking out. Almost blocking it out of our way.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Coker. Primrose rocks back and delivers this one, and it is in there. Strike 3 looking down on strikes as the pinch hitter Coker.
Now batting the pitcher, number 9, Brooke Ross.
Coker had hit for Hannah Harrison, and that'll bring Brooke Ross, who is a pitcher. She's been solid on the day, actually has an RBI and a base on balls herself. That was smashed over to third, handled by Giddens over to first in time, and that will retire the Wildcats in the bottom of the 5th after 5 complete. LSUA is leading this, or correction, LCU is leading this one 4-2. We'll be back for the top of the 6th to see what LSUA can do
For the Wildcats in the
after
Is your
this.
vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
We're back
Leading
to
off for
the
Generals,
top
in the top
of the
6th
6th.
is the second baseman, number 6, Bailey Layton.
Haley Layton will lead things off here. She is the second baseman for the Generals. Well, it seems like, does it seem like Ross is getting a little stronger as she goes along?
That pop in the glove is any indication of it. I would say definitely.
Absolutely it is. We've got a number of folks watching us over on our YouTube channel. We invite you. That would smoke
look
the
at
third,
that
and it's
catch.
gloved and caught.
Wow.
Look at the work over there at third base by Bree Corkin. And look, Noelle Schonhoff told us that. She said, look, if there's going to be a ESPN highlight play, it's going to be done by Bree Corkin. And wow, she steps right up and does that. goodness gracious. If you're watching this one, go ahead and comment and let us know who you're cheering for or who you're watching. Are you a General? Are you a Wildcat? Are you just a good Red River Athletic Conference softball fan? Let us know about it on there. What a great, how can you not be a fan of softball when there's plays like that made?
Golly. Fast paced, bam, 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 here we go. Kind of like Flintstones, right?
Kinda. That one fouled off of her foot, they'll call that.
Down the third, good gracious.
Primrose jumping around, you saw that happen. So we tell you, if you get an opportunity to like and subscribe, we'd appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything to do that, but
in lieu of any money that you have to pay us to watch it, there you go. You can really help us.
Send us, what is it on Facebook? Send us 200 stars and we'll be quiet.
That would be awesome. Hey, be quiet. Wow. Whose station is that? That looks good.
Hopped over and saw some of that stream that's on there. But, yeah, a number of people watching us on our YouTube channel. And so thank you for that. You still got time to make it out. That one is smoked over to left field. Hunt's going to come up and bring that one, get it back into the infield.
Correction on my part, that was number 38, Maddie Baker. Now batting is the pitcher, number 7, Haley Primrose.
Baker with her second base hit. She's got a double. She's got a single now. And Primrose will stand in there. Primrose has an opportunity. She's pitched these Generals enough to keep it close after that 4-run first. She's got an opportunity. She represents, Chuck, the tying run.
Wow.
Again, these two accounted for the first run in the game as Baker had that double and Primrose drove her in with an RBI single back in that first inning to give LSUA their only lead of the game. That one swung on and missed it good. I'm going to tell you what, one thing that I have seen out of Brooke Ross is her ability to change speeds in what she does. She throws that fastball, comes back with a changeup, and then when you're down 0-2, you don't know what's coming.
No, you're right.
Getting a look at Morgan Louvier over there getting loose in that Wildcat bullpen. Don't know if they'll go to her. Oh, swung on and missed, and that's the one from Ross that you just don't know what's coming on that one.
44, Haley Ladner.
So with 2 down in this one, Haley Ladner will stand in there. She bats from the left side. She is the Generals' first baseman. Generals will try not to squander that lead-off base hit from Maddie Baker. Maddie, M-A-D-I, Baker, Maddie.
Interesting.
One of the only ones, here's an interesting, quirky little thing for you for that LSUA lineup. One of only 2 players without, well, hang on, let me see. No, I'm sorry. One of 8 players with E as the last syllable in their name. Savannah Boyd, the only one, Savannah and Giddens, so 7 of 9. So you've got Haley, Bailey, Maddie, Haley, Kylie, Destiny.
Wow.
For that LSUA lineup. And what can you do with that knowledge? Absolutely nothing.
I'm just impressed at 7 of 9. Wasn't that one of the Star Trek?
I've never seen that movie. That one smoked up the middle, base hit. Coming around and playing that one is little Lexi Marks, not so little. That's what they call her here. I just went along with Noel on that, coming out to get that. But runners at first and second now, and Kylie Moody will stand in there. So Haley, Bailey, Maddie, Haley, Kylie, Destiny. That's 7 of 9. You have Savannah and Amber that are not.
That's a roll call at the cheerleading clinic.
Right. And making an adjustment here. We'll see what they're doing. Looks like a pinch runner is coming. We'll wait for the announcement from Schoenhoff.
Now running at second base is number 11, Cameron Martinez.
Martinez there at second.
Got by her. Pass ball.
And that's going to get, don't see her on the roster here, but it sounded like they announced Cameron Martinez. If that's her, she also plays basketball for the Generals.
Wow.
Indeed she does. For the Lady Generals, mind you.
Yeah. That would have to be.
Runners move up 60 feet. Base hit, Chuck, and we're tied in this one, I've got to believe.
strike out and we'll stay where we're at.
Telling you, it sounded like she said Cameron Cartinez. If that's the case, that's Cece. She plays.
There's a another switch of base runners here.
Another pinch runner that's coming in, trying to get some speed out there on the bases because this may very well be
Number 5, Jenna
their
Marler.
chance.
your only opportunity. This is Jenna Marler, freshman catcher for the Generals. It stands in there. Rocks back and fires. This one does Ross, and that one bounces around. Marler got a good lead off a second, reading it well. Got to think with anything out in the outfield. Now, perhaps not right here in front of us where Emma Hunt is, because we've seen her just get to a ball as quick as anyone has.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike. That one lifted out to center field. 1 run is in. The other one coming around to score. We told you a base hit would score a couple, and it does. And we are knotted at 4 here at Wildcat Park, and a big piece of hitting right there.
You're an excited puppy back there. Don't know if that's Tank or not.
I think that may be Tank
Number 13,
that's
Savannah
excited.
Boyd.
Boy, Kylie Moody came up and just delivered her second base hit. And in my mind, that's Tank that's back there barking.
I would go with that.
So a base hit, a 2 RBI base hit from Kylie Moody, and we're knotted up in this thing. That is Savannah Boyd. She's got a base hit on the afternoon, with a couple of big plays here in the outfield too.
It's 4-4 in the 6.
We're knotted at 4-4 in the 6. Indeed we are. Way to go, Chuck.
You're welcome.
That's how it should look on our scoreboard anyway.
Yeah.
Top of the 6th we play here. A run in the 5th, 2 runs in the 6th have tied this thing up on Ross. That one lifted high and over the dugout at first base. It's going to hit around. It hit now. What I believe that had to have hit was that money table as you walk in. That's the only thing that has that sound to it, and it's right back over there if memory serves me.
No.
You think that was an auto?
That sounded more like a hood or a roof.
It sounded to me like that white table, which is like you have here that's blocking the shade. Trying to be the optimist out of this,
I
Chuck.
understand. Well, I'm just glad we're not parked there.
Chuck Perkins, Doug Gann, 446 Sports, bringing you Red River Athletic Conference softball on a sunny, breezy Tuesday afternoon. Smoked down to right field, but right to the Wildcat right fielder who comes in and makes that play. We'll find out where I've got her on here.
Stops from any more damage coming
And that
across the
is
plate.
Early Bean that gets that one and brings it in. But the Generals pick up 2 runs. They tie this thing going into the bottom of the 6th on 3 runs. They leave 1 runner. She's the one that knocked a couple in. What do the Cats have to do to answer? We'll find out in the bottom of the 6th when we come back.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Might want to look at it.
Right fielder, number 10, Early Bean.
Early Bean, who came in and made that catch. Boy, how often do you see the player make a good catch? And that one was right at her now. Those are one of the hardest ones to get to, is those that are right at you. But she fielded that well. Come up and make a big-time play to start things off. Bottom of the 6th we play. Right up the middle, but to Primrose, who fields it. And Primrose, after that 4 that she gave up in the 1st, it's been goose eggs since then.
Everybody get up. Now batting, the left fielder, number 17, Emma Hunt.
Emma Hunt, who's had a great game today, the left fielder for the Cats, stands in there ready to go to work.
Right.
Little oh, that's going to get past Boyd in left field, and that's a double come up trying to make a play on it. Didn't dive at it, was just kind of caught in between the hop and the catch, and the ball gets past her. Jones had to come over from center field to get that one, and boy, I bet you Boyd wishes she had that one back.
For the Wildcats, your center fielder, number 1, Lexi Marks.
Lexi Marks stands in there ready to go to work. One down, she's got a runner at second base. Runner at second. Hunt on with that, and we told you Hunt had been having herself a pretty good day. Again, you will have to end this stream and pick up the next one. You see on your camera there, sun starting to fall here at Wildcat Park. Getting behind H.O. West Fieldhouse, actually, is where it's starting to duck in between H.O. West and the baseball field. If you're familiar with this area, quickly 0-2 to Lexi Marks. Lexi had a drag bunt and walked. Way in at third is Giddens trying to cut off any sort of a bunt attempt again from Marks. Marks showing signs of thinking about dragging, runs through the batter's box and takes that one for ball 1. Chuck doing quick work to make sure that we don't end up cutting off this broadcast and preventing a Doug disaster.
I want something to be dug up.
Right. That one, she runs through that and fouls it off nearing the expressway and doesn't make it. Well, Chuck, sometimes we see a number of softballs end up on the expressway and
bouncing on that frontage road. You're
dare
right.
say it's about to happen, but we haven't seen one yet.
As long as it's bouncing there and there and find somebody else's vehicle and not mine, I'm okay.
If yours is on the frontage road, we're in trouble because I'm sitting on the hood, the cab of it now.
I just don't want the ball to hit my truck.
That one low and gets away, and a good read by Hunt, who gets herself all the way over to third base again. She represents the go-ahead run, and if you are the Cats, you want to go ahead and put this run together, put up a run or two in the bottom of the 6th, and we come out there and play a little bit of defense and get out of here with the win. If you are the Generals, you got to keep it right here and give yourself a chance to take the lead. That one down the right field line, over into the left field line, into the dugout area. Well, again, it's this outfield view that we have that I'm calling right field and left field, and somewhere Nick Magnano is having a little laugh at me. Don't forget, we're going to name our Quibitos Player of the Game tonight.
Magnano is over at Menard.
He's at Menard.
Menard's
got a couple going on. That one misses outside, fills the count up, 3 balls and a strike. Hunt, very speedy. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Very speedy. Emma Hunt is at third base. She represents go-ahead run. Marks would look like nothing more than just to put it in play. She does, but it's going to drop there to Boyd, who says, I got this one now, go on. And Boyd says, hey, I'm not going to let another one get past me. And that's the second out here. The left fielders in this game, Emma Hunt, who is at third, and Savannah Boyd, who is right in front of us, have been very, very solid. And Bree Corcoran is in there. She's got 2 outs, and she represents an opportunity for the Cats to take the lead. She's been so solid defensively at the hot corner tonight for LCU. Right now, a couple of candidates for our player of the game.
Yes.
Both of the pitchers in the circle have done well. But you've had some hitters there. Baker has had a solid game for LSUA. Emma Hunt's been solid. Doce has an RBI. Koch has an RBI. The glove work of Bree Corcoran. So a number of candidates. Someone may just come up and steal it before this game is over with here as we play in the 6th. a game like this, it's tied into the 6 bitter rivals. Boy, you throw all of the fun out the window, and these ladies are battling for pride in this.
Indeed they are.
Bragging rights. That one smoked into the gap. Nope, closing it up and doing good work over there for LSUA is Kylie Moody. Moody, remember, is the one that had the 2 RBI base hit. Is that a little foreshadowing for perhaps a player of the game? A lot of work to do. We go to the 7th. It's the final countdown right here at Wildcat Park. We'll be back on 446 Sports.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Getting off for the Generals in the top of the 7th. Number 12, Destiny Jones.
Top of the 7th sees Destiny Jones, the Generals center fielder. 8-hole hitter for LSUA, stands in there ready to go to work. We are knotted at 4 in the 7th. Promptly grounds it over to third base. Corcoran comes up firing big time. Big time arm for Bree Corcoran. And boy, the player of the game should be Noelle Schonoff for telling us how solid defensively Bree Corcoran is. And she's just that.
Has not disappointed at all. Put on a great show out here.
Goodness gracious, Amber Giddens now stands in there for the Generals. Bunts this one foul behind the backstop. And is there, boy, Brooke Ross has just thrown the ball so well. Again, we told you she is, wow, been solid for that one. Smashed out into left field, is going to be picked up there.
That'll bring up number 17, Haley Fontenot.
And Amber Giddens reaches there out of the 9 spot. And Haley Fontenot, the shortstop, will stand in there ready to go to work. Well, Chuck, this kind of game is one of those, it's a rivalry game, it's a inter-parish game. It's one of those, you just wish you could play another one this afternoon. Dadgummit, why don't they do that?
Why don't they do that?
Doubleheader action indeed. You'll have to end this broadcast. Almost ended it for you. We're about 20 minutes away from that, but Chuck comes in and saves the day as he normally does.
Just button pushing.
That's right. Boy, it has cooled off nicely. I think it's got to be well under 77 now.
I agree.
That one misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The runner at first
1 under
is
77.
Giddens. What's that?
1 under 77.
That's it?
That's all this is showing.
Cooled off. Well, I'll tell you, I'm in the shade, so that makes the difference. So, stolen base attempt there and is
off the mark.
In.
Yeah.
And that's Giddens that swipes second base. Does a great job of it. Coming in, as Chuck said, to throw off the mark from Doce.
How about throwing some of that my way, by the way?
I tend to throw a lot of it to you.
You do.
Ross rocks back. It almost looked like she hit her leg on that one and caused that one to go low and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike count. Don't know if Ross is tiring a little bit. She gave up 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th.
We had a new pitcher in there.
Is that indeed? That's number 3. So that's Maya Broussard.
There you go.
That is pitching. So there you go. Again, it's the ponytail that hangs down and hides the number.
It does.
Ross is number 9 and Broussard number 3. So there you go.
Yeah.
Ground ball up the middle, handled there at shortstop. In time for the out.
Oh, goodness.
And, boy, that's... Coach will call time and come out and get him a little bit of gnawing here. They're not giving him time to go out and do it. Look, the home plate umpire says, "No, I'm not going to give it to you." He goes out there and takes it anyway. He says, "Wait a minute. Now, Chuck may have a good view in there on that one." Cut that up with a little, what are they really saying before this is over with? A good little reassurance saying, "Hey, you know what? I got you. I'll take it. You're not going to change anything on here, but dadgummit." And a lot of that from those coaches is new pitching, or new hitter.
Generals is number 19, Jillian Howell.
Jillian Howell in there for the General. Jillian Howell, Howell, sophomore out of Bushland High.
Base runner's on third now. Okay.
Yep, that's got Giddens over to third. Maya Broussard doing everything she can to keep Giddens at third and give her Cats an opportunity. If you are the Generals, you just got to find a way to get a pinch hit base hit here. Broussard steps back and rolls this one. Swung through, foul ball, evens the count of the ball and a strike.
2 outs, just got that updated on our board.
2 down here, runner at third, it is Giddens. Maya Broussard in to pitch, and Howell is the new batter. She's got a 1-1 count on her. That one misses down low. 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, that's the thing that makes it seem a little different, is that sun is starting to set, and the first thing it gets behind is here where we're at. The folks that are out in the crowd don't have the benefit of understanding what we're talking about just yet. That one right down the pipe for strike 2. Evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces, they call it. And Broussard looking to hang on and shut the door on the Generals and give her Cats teammates an opportunity to come up and get around, put a run on the board. Oh, just staying back on that one. That's got a shot. Play over to first. Not in time. Safe at first and score the run. And that one was just as close, Chuck, as that one prior. But a calm discussion is probably what got that one. But that puts the Generals back in the lead for the first time since the first inning. They've scored 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th to take a 5-4 lead. Primrose has been goose eggs since the first. Maddie Baker, who is standing in there trying to continue her hot hitting ways, but Maya Broussard is their correction. Jenny Howell is the hero of this one, Jillian Howell, who has a pinch hit RBI single. 5-4, the Generals lead it here. That one ground to third base. Corcoran's got it. She fires over to first in time. The damage was done. 1 run comes across for the Generals. Now it's up to the Cats to come in and get the equalizer or get the lead. They'll need 1 to tie, 2 to walk this one off. We'll see what happens in the bottom of the 7th. Generals lead this one 5-4. You're watching Red River Athletic Conference softball on 446 Sports.
For the Generals.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Bella Houck, the 3-hole hitter for LCU leads this one off. Primrose has went the distance. Haley Primrose, who stands in there for LSUA, she got an RBI base hit herself, but it's been the dealing in the circle that she's done. She rocks back and fires the first one, and it misses down low to Houck. Just has kept LCU in check since that first inning. That play that was made, we'll go back to it in just a second. Ground ball over to third base, is gloved there by Giddens. She throws high, but going up the ladder to get that one is Ladner.
That one stand a little tippy toe, but
one down.
Now batting the girl behind the mask, number 16, Jordan Doche.
Jordan Doche stands in there ready to go to work again. This is game one. We've got a couple of them today. We will stop the broadcast and start things back up. Brand new game, brand new YouTube link to it. You can find it right where you found this one. There's a check swing over to first, covering. And in time on the base. Yeah, safe over there at first. And it looked like a little confusion, Chuck.
It did.
Is what was going on. They threw the ball back, and coming up and fielding that was Primrose, but unable to get it. And look, so here you go, Chuck.
Now batting the designated player, number 15, Carly Koch.
Carly Koch stands in there, and she's got that air raid siren for there. And we told you, you got to expect bombs when you have that kind of. Surely it couldn't. Surely it couldn't
but
be written down like that.
Her name's not Shirley.
Carly Koch stands in there. The air raid sirens go off when she comes in there. That one misses high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So back to that earlier play. It was a little check swing number that Primrose comes on at field, but first baseman had come up and played that one too. Was Ladner, and just unable to get to it, and hustling down the line was Doche. That one misses down low. Doche wanting to advance on anything that's on the ground that doesn't end up in the glove.
Almost like they're trying to pitch around her a little bit here.
Well, they've heard the broadcast.
This is true. Cannot let that feed.
Swung through that one, and look, I'm telling you, Koch was listening to it a little bit herself and said, wait a minute, I do need to walk this thing off. Carly Koch, designated player for LCU. She's in a 2-2 count. Primrose rocks back and fires this one. That one smoked down the line, but foul. Bounces back into fair play. And it's picked up there and brought around, and they'll redo the 2-2 offering.
You know, I'm hoping that they haven't listened to some of our other broadcasts where you told them, and Coach Woodard has told his girls that the whole point is to try to knock me out of the truck.
Indeed. I think that's a good philosophy. They've hit the truck a couple of times.
Yeah, the truck, not the chuck.
Primrose swung on and missed. Is Koch and down on strikes. Good work, and Primrose 1 out away from a complete game victory.
Now batting the second baseman, number 28, Hannah Harrison.
Hannah Harrison stands in there. She represents the last chance for this LCU squad here in game 1. Boy, very impressed with the work of Primrose. Rocks back and delivers this one off speed, ball 1. Harrison bats. Ross, the pitcher, would be next. Ross started at pitcher, so we'll see, because there's been a pitching change. So it'd be likely a pinch hitter. That one down low from Primrose. Doche, the tying run. Harrison represents the winning run at the plate, but Primrose stands right in the way like a hockey goalie protecting the net. Down the pipe, strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. A little bit of love from the fans around the microphone back there. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. We play 5-4 Generals lead. That went up high, 3 balls and a strike.
got to be their content on just, unless it's a good pass ball, just leaving it on first right now.
Yeah, I believe so. That one right down the pipe as well, and we have another full count. So off and running will be Doce on this one. Primrose wasting no time, rocks back, and that one is lifted over the first base dugout. And that one did sound like a vehicle when it got there.
Did it?
Look around to see where I parked, and I realized, okay, I'm safe. If it hits here, then it's a monster shot.
It's going to celebrate that one.
It is. We'll replay the full count here. Primrose tying to win it for the Generals. Ground ball up the middle. Primrose will over to first in time, and LSUA takes game one in this one on a fine pitching performance there by Haley Primrose. She goes 7 innings in this one and wins the first half of this Red River Athletic Conference doubleheader. And boy, Chuck, just after that first, you thought this one's going to get out of hand, but the play that was made when Hunt goes in and is thrown out at home changed the complexion of all of it.
It really did. And you know, like you said, Primrose, the whole game in there, didn't need a substitute. Just seemed like she picked up speed as went along and this just started cruising, you know, not having to change a thing. Just kept on her game plan and just cruised through the rest of it.
Boy, there's been so many players that stood out in this one. Corcoran over at third base for LCU. Brooke Ross threw herself a pretty good game. Emma Hunt was solid, but LSUA's Primrose is the one that did it. Haley Primrose gets the victory in this one. Just solid work for LSUA. They move to 21-13 and receiving votes in that top 25 poll. So they battle back there and hang on to that one. They move, Chuck, to 11-2 in conference play. 11-2. LCU will drop to 8-7 in conference play and 22-9 overall. Teams going back to the dugouts a little quicker. I think they're just getting out of the sun. And Coach Roberts said, hey, we'll just get back. We'll go talk in here. That's going to wrap things up in game one. LSUA in comeback fashion wins this one 5-4. Haley Primrose is our Quibitos player of the game. Stay tuned for the Southern Air Cool Play of the game. Guys, we've enjoyed it. Stay close to the stream station. Stay close to 446 Sports on YouTube, and you'll be able to find the second half of this doubleheader. From my man Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.